I'm here today with Harry at Noya Fishing Village Harbor, which is adjacent to the city of Fort Bragg. Noya Harbor Fishing Village is a working fishing village. It has been for about a century, and it still houses and operates a lot of businesses that are related to the fishing industry. There's also lodging available. There's a great off-leash park at the end of the North Harbor Drive. Yeah, one of the great things about some of the restaurants in Noya Harbor is that they are extremely pet friendly. Silver's at the Wharf has an extraordinary outside patio dining deck with an amazing view of the bridge and the mouth of Noya Harbor. There's also Sea Pal Restaurant, which is a great place for some delicious fish and chips and clam chowder. And Herons by the Sea, another wonderful place to sit outside, have a cocktail, and have some fabulous seafood. Harry, one last stop, the farmer's market. Hi, I would like that.
We have more over there.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Culinary Canine, or as we affectionately call it in our household, Cooking for Harry. Today's show, I'm going to be preparing a delicious salmon pasta in a yogurt dill sauce. So today's recipe comes from a delightful book called the Healthy Dog Cookbook, 50 Nutritious and Delicious Recipes Your Dog Will Love. The authors' names are Jonah Ann, Mary Strauss, and Sean Messonnier. So the first ingredient we're going to need is the salmon, and this is a fabulous piece of wild caught king salmon that we picked up earlier today from Noya Harbor. Now alternatively, you can use a canned salmon. Now a wild canned sustainable salmon is best. Anything actually is better than farm-raised fish, but if you have a difficulty getting fresh salmon, then a canned salmon is a great alternative. Now Harry is a moderately sized dog weighing about 20 pounds, and his recommended calorie intake is around 300 calories twice a day. This recipe that we're doing today, 1 cup serving is about 230 calories. So he's going to be happy because that's going to leave him a little room for some of his treats. Harry, I see you. Go play. Along with our wonderful fresh king salmon, we're going to need some green beans and some carrots. We picked those up earlier from the farmer's market. We have some delicious, fragrant, fresh dill, also whole milk yogurt, and the pasta is, I don't know if you can see this, it is the smallest, most delicate pasta I have ever seen. It's called pastina, and it looks like tiny little stars. So as we are going to be poaching the salmon, I'm going to go ahead and put our oven on a preheat and at 400 degrees. We're also going to be steaming the green beans, so we will get our water on, ready for a boil. Now, not only do I enjoy a nice glass of wine while I am cooking, I also like to be able to showcase some of our fabulous Mendocino County wines. Today's no exception. I am going to be sampling Saracena Vineyards, which is a 600-acre biodynamic and organic certified winery in Hopland, and their Sauvignon Blanc 2009 is a fabulous example of this type of wine. There's subtle notes here, pear, some peach and some melon. Excellent, delicious. Okay, so let's prepare the salmon for poaching. You want to have a Pyrex bowl. You can actually do it on the stove, also in a skillet, but I prefer to do mine baked in the oven. So we have our salmon skin side down. We're going to take roughly around a cup of water, and we place that around the salmon. You do not want to cover the salmon completely, because the steam of the water is what poaches the salmon. And I am going to check my oven is registering at 400, so we're going to pop this in. So into the oven it goes. You can either do it on the middle shelf or the top shelf, and then using a timer, trusty timer, it's going to take about 10 to 12 minutes. So I'm going to set it for 11 and then I will check it. And that's about as long as it's going to take to poach in the oven. So while you're waiting for the salmon to poach, it's a good time to prepare the pastini pasta. And taken from the dried little wonderful little stars here, when you have cooked it, I took the liberty of doing one earlier, you will have a consistency of this mixture here. Now, the recipe calls for about 8.5 cups of the completed product, but we have pared that down to around 2 cups for Harry. Also, it's a good time to prepare our green beans and carrots. So I'm going to take a few of these delicious beans. We are going to snip the ends off. Put those to the side. And then I'm going to cut these quite finely, because we are going to steam them just for a short while. So scoop those to the edge, and then we're going to get a carrot. Now I have washed these carrots, but I have not peeled them, because a lot of the flavor of vegetables is in the skin. So we want to keep as much of that as possible. So take a grater and then literally you can just grate some carrot. Okay, it looks like the salmon's done. We're going to turn that off and we'll turn the oven, and we're just going to let that sit there for a couple of minutes because the water's boiling and it's time for us to put in the green beans. So, use a trusted oven mitt. You can see the steam rising. We'll pop that down and have my trusty little scraper here. And we're just going to scrape those into the steamer. I'm going to pop the lid back on. And these literally will only require about 2 minutes. So we'll reset our pinger for 2 minutes. So the last thing we're going to do is chop some dill while the salmon is cooling. This is the most fragrant, delicious smelling herb. And again, just group it together and watch the fingers. But it doesn't have to be finely chopped, just coarsely chopped. It's all going to get stirred in together. Yeah, we'll just pop that in a little bowl. There we go. So the salmon is cool, and now we're going to take it out of the water here, drain it, put that up here, and he doesn't always mind well. Now, flaking is important because we want to make sure that there are no bones. So take the salmon a little bit at a time and literally just with a fork flake the salmon. You'll be able to identify any bones pretty easily. All right, so now we're ready to put all this wonderful ingredients together. So I have a bowl here. I'm going to take the flaked salmon. We'll pop that to the side. I'm going to add some of the pasta. And you add the ingredients to the quantity that you need to feed your dog. little bit more. He had a run on the beach today, so he's going to be a little bit hungry. So once we've done, mix the pasta and the salmon, we'll add a few of the green beans. Yum. And take a few of the carrots. Again, stir those through. And next, we're going to take some of the yogurt. I think I hear the pittering patter of feet. Hello, Mr. Putter. I'll let you into a secret. He gets very excited at this stage. Finally, some dill. Wow, this looks good enough to eat. And here we have. Now, normally I would have prepared this in Harry's bowl, but tonight he's going to actually enjoy a meal with us. So I'm going to fix him a special plate. So we are going to take a plate. We have this wonderful little stacker device. I'm going to take some of the mixture. These are so handy, you just keep layering it and spooning it. Final. And hopefully, there we go. So we'll just scoop that up. We'll place that there. And there we have it. So Harry, here it is. Are you ready to review this? Oh, delicious. Okay. Ready? What do you think? Yeah? Would you like one little piece more? Oh, I think we have a hit here. Would you like Daddy to put that in your bowl for dinner tonight? Yeah? Okay. So we're going to do that, and we will see you again on another episode of the Culinary Canine Show. So from Harry, goodbye.